Hi, I'm Sheila Long O'Mara with Furniture Today. I'm the new executive editor here, and I'm so pleased to have with us Lori Tokarz, who has just been named president for Restonic Mattress Company. And I'm excited for her to be the first one with me to join me on this series as we go through. So welcome, Lori.
Thank you. This is a bunch of firsts, isn't it?
Absolutely. We have tons of firsts to go through. So we're just going to jump right in. So tell me, what's it like to be taking over the reins at Restonic from Ron, who's been there for a significant number of years and well known in the industry?
Right. So, and Ron has been with Restonic for a little over 12 years, and I'm really fortunate to consider Ron a friend as well as a mentor. He took the reins and has done a fabulous job of really being a brand ambassador and continuing to push the brand and the brand integrity. And so that's a little bit in my DNA as well. So we really dovetail nicely in that regard. And Ron luckily has decided to stay on as a consultant. So it's wonderful that I'm going to have someone that I can bounce ideas off of that has walked in these shoes. So that will be most helpful. And I look forward to being able to lean on him if I need to, and just take the baton and continue to run with it. And he's left me in a really good position. So it'll be fun.
That's exciting that he's still going to be around for you to knock on that door and
exactly.
Pick his brain for his insight and his background information on the company. So that's awesome.
It really is. And having been with Restonic for 20 years now, Ron and I have worked together for all of those years. So it's not like it's a new relationship. We really can finish each other's sentences already. And that's also one of the nice benefits that I've already worked with all of the other factories and licensees. So it really makes for a nice, smooth transition.
That longevity will definitely, like you say, you already know the players. So that makes it a little easier.
Yes.
So just a few days into your new position, but can you share with us some of your initial thoughts on new directions that may be coming up for Restonic?
It's not necessarily a brand new direction, but what I really see for the first probably 12, 18 months looking forward is a bit of a digital transformation. I think we all know that the e-commerce piece of business was increasing over the past several years, but the pandemic accelerated it. It was going to happen anyway. The pandemic has accelerated it. So we really want to make sure that we're communicating to the consumers where they are. We want to make sure that we integrate our customer service via social media. And then we also want to make sure that our retail partners are able to communicate with us in a digital format. So there's three different areas that we want to focus on. One is getting the word out. One is to make that that experience a little bit smoother for a consumer. And then we always have to remember that our customer is really the retailer. So we need to talk to the consumer and make sure that we're supporting our retailers when we talk to them. But the retailer is our customer. And so if it means setting up different methods for our sales reps to communicate with their customers, or if it's a matter of showing product in a different way, and as well as allowing our own employees to work remotely and be as efficient as possible. So sometimes it's just making sure they've got the right software or the right internet speed or what, things like that. So it's really three different areas that I think we will focus on to become more up to speed with the digital trends.
Yeah, the pandemic for sure sent consumers online to shop. And that's a trend that I don't think it's going to go backward. I think we'll see more of that. So we look forward to seeing what you guys implement there. Challenges for 2021, there are a lot of things going on, but what challenges do you see ahead for Restonic? And then what challenges do you see for the industry as a whole?
So I think the elephant in the room is the raw material issues that are going on. So those are real operational issues that we have to try and tackle and get in front of. But in a more overarching issue that I think that as an industry we need to be aware of is being nimble, being flexible, and how quickly can we change our ways and become more, what I want to say, more in the moment. Again, I'm repeating myself, but the pandemic has accelerated a lot of things, and we need to be in a position that we are able to move with the consumer and be there when they get there. I think the in-store experience is still going to be very important moving forward. I don't know, none of us know when consumers will feel comfortable to go back at the same pace, and I don't think it will ever be at the same pace. I think they've learned that they can trust their shopping online experience. So what we will see, those people that come into the stores are more educated, more ready to make a decision, doing less store shopping, hopping. They won't do 2.5 stores. They'll go to one maybe and be able to make that decision. So we really need to be able to support our retailers to make sure that environment is one that the consumer enjoys and wants to go and shop. And it has to be seamless between their internet shopping experience to when they get into the store. They've got to feel like it's the same customer that they're being served by.
Yeah, that's true. And sometimes there's a disconnect from what retailers put online and the experience in the store. And now I think more than ever before, that online experience has got to be, it has to be elevated.
Right. And I've talked to a number of retailers that have found that consumers are coming into stores, but they're not making the purchase there. They're going home and making the purchase. And I just, again, in terms of the sales staff at that store, that may be a change. And how do we react to it, and how do we compensate them properly if that happens, and really keep them engaged? And I know a lot of stores are doing a great job of taking key salespeople and putting them in their live chat, so that if they do have more downtime now because there isn't as much foot traffic, they're still engaging with customers, which keeps them fresh and also helps their pocketbook a little bit too.
I love that idea. And that's it's kind of like, well, yes, that's exactly what they should be doing. And they're still having that touch point with the consumer, which I think is so important.
Yes, definitely.
So you're one of few female executives in the bedding category. I'm so excited for you, for Restonic, for the industry. So can you share with us your thoughts on that?
Yes, I am so delighted with this role and really excited to get in and get working, and just brings my energy and passion for the category. I am pleased that there are more women in this industry than ever before, and that number just continues to grow. I think that a lot of the research that we've done over the past few years shows that women really influence 85% or more of the purchasing decision. Now, they may not make that purchase, but there's certainly a high number that's influencing the decision. And so to have a female that is overseeing the brand and the communication and the integrity of the brand, I think is really important to be able to talk to that 85+% of decision makers. And I also think that it will help invite additional younger people to join our industry. That's one of the things that I've been very passionate about for a long time, that we tend to just farm from within our own industry. And so when you do that, you tend to get a little homogenized. And I think if we can have more women and more diversity in executive positions, we'll attract younger and brighter minds into our group.
Ah, well said. Well said. I do think younger, fresh, new, outside the industry can definitely make it, ideas come from everywhere.
Right.
So I think that's great. So on that, I'm going to thank you for taking the time out of your day. I know it's a busy time, and for joining us here. And I will be in touch, because I have a feeling we'll have lots more conversations ahead.
I think we'll have a lot to talk about, Sheila. Thank you so much, and congratulations to you too.
Thanks, Lori.